You mentioned sustainability now a handful of times. We've had guests in the past talk about that's one of the biggest priorities for a lot of companies. We had the Diligent CEO. She was on our show and they do government advisory and assurance. She said it was one of the biggest priorities across their customers about, hey, they want to be part of a sustainable future. What does that mean for a company like JLL? Because a lot of us recognize sustainability from possibly food, transportation, and so on. How does a building help in sustainability? Give us an idea of where you're advising and what you're doing.
The other great thing is I feel like I'm in the commercial real estate candy store because we have a sustainability group that we work with. And similar to the workplace strategy group, they really understand what the client's sustainability objectives are. And then how are they going to get there? What's their current state? And then where do they want to go from a carbon footprint standpoint? And then they'll work with them on a roadmap in terms of how to get there.
And what are you seeing, I guess, some of the big first steps to take?
Again, it's an audit of your space and also the buildings. What's the LEED certification as the building that you're going in? Or what is the current status of the building's LEED certificate? Where is the building that they're in stand? And landlords and tenants are working together really to get the standards to the highest from a LEED standpoint. And then it all comes down to what kind of materials are they buying? And with the theme of how they can improve in sustainability with every facet of their operations, our sustainability group goes in there to give them suggestions based upon what others are doing and just on their experience in terms of what they've seen and what the hurdles are. For example, if you want to reduce your carbon footprint and you're buying in terms of credits for that, there's a whole strategy as relates to that as well. We're going to talk about data centers too and technology. Obviously data centers draw a big carbon footprint, and New York City actually just overlaid new sustainability laws where each building, as well as data centers, have to reduce your carbon footprint. You need programs to get there by a certain date. It's spurred a whole new industry in terms of how do you solve for that?
I guess who bears the burden of that responsibility? It seems like the landlords or the owners of the physical properties.
It's both.
Okay, but in the tenants, it's splitting it to the tenants as well?
Yeah, well, because it's the tenant space.
Gotcha.
Right? Like you want to be accountable for your space. So I think it's another big area that's a big focus. The future of the office is going to really simultaneously be very sustainable in its practice, which is great.
This episode of IT Visionaries is brought to you by Salesforce. With Salesforce's low-code app dev tools, you can be more efficient, more productive, and save money by reducing development time by up to 90%. Get Salesforce's low-code playbook and increase time to value for your team and your customers. Visit salesforce.com/ITV today.